Okay, so the worst kept secret in rugby league is no longer a secret. Kevy Walters is the new Kangaroos head coach. He's been put in place for the three tests against England at the end of the season. And of course, it's his first coaching job since being let go by the Broncos at the end of last season, following a very disappointing campaign in the 2024 season, considering that in 2023 they got within minutes of winning that grand final against Penrith. It was a very, very disappointing final season he had at the Broncos. In his entire time at the Broncos, they only made the finals once, which was the 2023 season. But considering where they were when he took over in 2021, following their wooden spoon at the end of the 2020 season, he did rebuild the confidence in the playing group. He had a different style to Anthony Seibold, who himself had a different style to Wayne Bennett in regards to coaching. And look, there are still issues at the Broncos. This is not all on Kevy Walters. And even Michael Maguire this season's had some disappointing results with the team, even though they are currently in the top eight. Now, Kevy Walters has also coached Queensland, so I think he's very well suited to the role. Now, did he win every State of Origin series he coached? No, he didn't. But he had some decent success with Queensland when he first took over. Um, Look, he's a rugby league man. He's a very passionate rugby league fan as well, and he does actually. He stated he loves coaching. Um, and I think is he. Are there better coaches out there who are available? Probably. You could argue that. People have mentioned Cameron Smith. Billy Slater. Uh, I, I, the thing is, the Australian Rugby League Commission have boxed themselves in a corner because if you are coaching a club team, you cannot coach Australia. And I think that is an error of judgment that the Australian Rugby League Commission has had for about two and a half decades. Wayne Bennett could have done the job. He knows the England players very well because he used to coach England. So he knows England's style of play, the style of play in the Super League. Wayne Bennett could have been the perfect caretaker for this three-test series. They've gone with Kevy Walters on an interim basis. I think this is a bit of a dress rehearsal and a little bit of an extended job interview because the World Cup is next year. And I am surprised they've only given it to him for the three-test series, which says to me they might have another candidate in mind on a more full-time basis from next year. We'll have to see how these three tests go. Obviously, Australia are heavy favourites to have a whitewash in the series, although that's not a given. But the last time Australia played England was in the World Cup final in 2017, so it's been a long time, 8 years by the time this three-test series takes place. The two nations have faced each other in an international test match. They faced each other twice in that World Cup, once in the pool stages and once in the final. Both games were exceptionally close, but a lot of water was passed under the bridge in that time. And now a fair few of the English players do obviously play in the NRL, or have played in the NRL, who are currently back in Super League, and so they've had that NRL experience. So it's going to be an interesting one. As I say, I think I think it's a safe option that the Australian Rugby League Commission have gone for, but they do need to seriously look at their coaching selection policy. There are many club coaches who could very easily take the role for this three-test series if it is an interim position. Craig Bellamy could do it. Ivan Cleary could do it. Trent Robinson could do it. Maguire could do it. I know they're all New South Welshmen. And then you've obviously, you've got Wayne Bennett. You have Tristan Wolfe, who's been an international coach himself, currently coaching the Dolphins. These are just some of the club coaches that have either coached internationally or have won so many grand finals between them. Ricky Stewart could do it. He's won a grand final, and the Raiders are playing fantastically at the moment. He's really turned that side around. So there are, Premiership winning coaches and up and coming coaches like Craig Fitzgibbon, who will drive the fitness and drive the intensity, and so there are coaches out there. Cameron Smith was mentioned as a potential head coach for the Test side. Billy Slater's been mentioned. Christ, even Laurie Daly has been in the conversation. The Origin coaches. So I think because Kevy Walters was available, and they didn't have to pay compensation to a club or get him out of a contract or break their rules to get him in there. I think that's one of the reasons why he's been appointed. He's a former Origin coach. He's an out-of-work club coach. I do think, though, that with this interim tag, I think the Australian Rugby League Commission potentially have a different candidate in mind for the World Cup next year. But we shall see what pans out over the next 12 months, and we'll see how this three-test series goes. I mean, the ticket sales have been fantastic, both domestically here in the UK and obviously with the Aussie fans who are going to come over and support the Kangaroos on tour. And we wish him all the best. I actually like Kevin Walters. I think he's got a good rugby league brain. He spent a long time as an assistant in the game as well. So he's been coaching for a long time. He has that Origin experience where you're in a short, sharp camp kind of environment where you have a short time with the players, 4-3 games in a very condensed window. So I think that goes in his favour as well a little bit. But he's not everyone's first choice. I think the Australian Rugby League Commission have played a bit safe with the appointment, but we'll see how he does, and we'll see if he gets the job full time going into next year in the World Cup. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Kevin Walters has been appointed the Kangaroos head coach for the three-test series against England at the end of the season. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more content for you all very, very soon.